I'll give a...
Mr. Khan, if we can just summarize what happened today in the court and what's next.
Today was the first appearance for Hayat and also Al-Jadid in relation to the contempt case that has been started against them. Not guilty pleas were entered by both the company, Al-Jadid, and also by Hayat. And we look forward to seeing the evidence that the prosecution has, looking at the evidence that he clearly doesn't have, and in due course, justice taking place. We believe if we get a fair trial, there will be acquittals. But also importantly, we saw today what we say is an endemic problem, unfortunately, in the prosecution of this court. And it's very sad that that problem has infected even the amicus prosecutor, that they don't even get the charges correct. They've charged a company, Newsal TV, as well as Al-Jadid. These are two different legal entities. And when one is already stretching the law for the first time in history, not an individual, but a company, it could be ICI, it could be Microsoft, it could be Apple, it could be British Airways Electronic, a company is charged with criminal responsibility. It makes it even more important, we say, to get it right, which is the company that's charged.
How come you say it's the first time?
The prosecutor hasn't done it.
How come you say it's the first time?
It's never been charged in any international court before. It was said in Nuremberg, the Nuremberg cases that dealt with the aftermath of the Second World War. And there's a very famous speech that was said by Jackson, later on the Supreme Court of the United States. And Chief Justice Jackson said, crimes are not committed by abstract entities. They're committed by men. And only by punishing the individual can the rule of international law be vindicated. Contrary to the Nuremberg principle in international courts, a legal company, we say, has been charged, not an individual, a company. That's a matter that we think is a stretch, it's overreach, it's judicial innovation, which runs counter to the statute and to principles of law that are known in all the courts, in the International Criminal Court, in the ICTY, the Yugoslav Tribunal, the ICTR, the Rwandan Court, the Special Court for Sierra Leone that dealt with the Charles Taylor case, and also the courts of Cambodia. In all of these courts, they charge individuals, not companies. Yet this court has empty, of course, up to now, with no accused, no physical person up to now with all this money spent, except Hayat. They've decided to innovate and charge a company. The merits of that will be decided. It will be litigated by us. We'll file a preliminary motion, and the judges will decide whether or not we are correct and the judge, the single judge, the solitary judge who confirmed the case got it right, or whether or not he got it wrong.
When will that happen?
We will file.
Our camera is here.
We will file a preliminary challenge within about 40 days. It'll be next month, middle of next month.
What about the June 30th? What's this date? What's the date about the June 30th?
There are two dates, at least, that have been issued.
Okay.
The judge had originally ordered that any preliminary objection on jurisdictional challenges be done within by the 30th of May. We said we want to see the prosecution disclosure, and the judge agreed, and he modified the ruling that by the middle of June we can file any preliminary challenges on jurisdiction. We have every intent to file such challenges. One definitely we will file is the one alleging that the judge, the president of the court, who issued this order in lieu of an indictment, that he got it wrong, that there was no jurisdiction to charge a company. So that's one challenge that we will be making. I will not say at this time what, if any, other challenges I will be making. And the court will decide. Importantly, and this is very interesting to all media, to all of your companies, and I'm glad there's so much interest from Arab TV, and internationally there will be interest. The judge has invited amicus submissions. It means any interested party. It could be CNN, it could be Al Jazeera, it could be your companies, LBC. Any company that wishes to be heard on the issue, or interest group, or victim group, on whether or not this court has jurisdiction over companies, have been invited by the judge to file submissions to be heard. And hopefully that will be considered, those submissions will be considered with an open mind. in the judge's ultimate deliberations as to whether or not jurisdiction lays with this court to charge companies, which we say is an innovation, as opposed to individuals, which is established. And that's one of the key signature points of this case that will have to be determined.
All right. Thank you.